The 7 natural wonders of the world are a remarkable collection of breathtaking natural formations, each showcasing the incredible beauty and diversity of our planet. These wonders include the Grand Canyon in the United States, the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, Mount Everest in the Himalayas, the Aurora Borealis, or Northern Lights, in the Arctic regions, the Paracutin volcano in Mexico, the Victoria Falls between Zambia and Zimbabwe, and the harbor of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. The selection of these wonders is based on criteria that consider their extraordinary beauty, unique geological features, and the awe they inspire in those who witness them. The Grand Canyon, with its stunning vistas, carved over millions of years by the Colorado River, offers not just majestic views, but also a glimpse into the geological history of the Earth, showcasing layers of rock that tell the story of time itself. The Great Barrier Reef, the largest coral reef system in the world, is famous for its vibrant marine life and stunning underwater landscapes, making it a vital ecosystem worth preserving. Mount Everest, the highest peak on Earth, attracts adventurers and climbers from around the globe, standing as a symbol of challenge and natural magnificence, while the Aurora Borealis, with its dazzling dance of lights across the night sky, captivates anyone lucky enough to witness this celestial phenomenon, reminding us of nature's enchanting power. Paracutin, an active volcano that emerged suddenly in a farmer's field in 1943, exemplifies the dynamic nature of our planet, showcasing the process of volcanic formation and the impact it has on the surrounding landscape. Victoria Falls, one of the largest and most famous waterfalls in the world, creates a spectacular sight as it plunges into the Zambezi River, producing a mist that can be seen from miles away, and the harbor of Rio de Janeiro, framed by stunning mountains and rich biodiversity, is not just a geographical marvel but also a cultural emblem, illustrating the harmony between nature and urban life. Selecting these wonders involves assessing their unique characteristics and the significance they hold in terms of natural beauty, scientific importance, and cultural impact. They are often chosen for their ability to inspire wonder and appreciation for the natural world, as well as their representation of extraordinary geological processes, unique ecosystems, and the richness of Earth's landscapes. Each of these wonders serves as a reminder of the power of nature and the importance of preserving such breathtaking sights for future generations, allowing us to connect with the incredible planet we call home. The Great Barrier Reef, stretching over 300 kilometers along the coast of Queensland, Australia, is not only a stunning natural wonder, but also a vital ecosystem that plays a significant role in supporting global biodiversity. Home to thousands of species, including fish, coral, mollusks, and marine mammals, the reef serves as a complex habitat where various organisms live, interact, and thrive. This diversity is crucial as it helps to maintain the ecological balance of marine environments and contributes to the overall health of the planet. The coral reefs themselves, which are made up of tiny coral polyps, provide essential shelter and breeding grounds for numerous marine species. These corals are not just beautiful structures. They are living organisms that build the reef through a process called calcification, which contributes to the reef's growth and stability. The Great Barrier Reef is home to more than 400 species of coral, each providing unique habitats for distinct communities of marine life. The interactions among these species create a rich tapestry of life, where even the smallest organisms, like plankton, play critical roles in the food web. Moreover, the Great Barrier Reef is a nursery for many commercially important fish species, such as barramundi and snapper. These fish, which start their lives among the protective coral, grow and develop in this safe environment before moving to deeper waters, thereby supporting fisheries and economies not just locally, but around the world. The reef also supports a variety of other marine animals, including sea turtles, sharks, and dolphins, which all contribute to its ecological richness. In addition, the Great Barrier Reef acts as a buffer against climate change, helping to regulate coastal climates and protect shorelines from erosion. Its ecosystems are interconnected, meaning that the health of one species can directly impact others, thus enhancing the resilience of the entire system. This interconnectedness is vital, as it ensures that various species can adapt and thrive in changing environmental conditions, thereby fostering biodiversity. The reef also plays a role in carbon cycling, as the corals absorb carbon dioxide from the water, which helps to mitigate the effects of climate change. As such, the Great Barrier Reef is not only a hotspot for marine biodiversity, but it also contributes to the global effort to combat environmental challenges, making it an essential component of the Earth's ecosystems. In summary, the Great Barrier Reef is a treasure trove of biodiversity, providing habitats, nurseries, and food sources for countless marine species, while also playing a pivotal role in maintaining the Grand Canyon. A stunning natural wonder was formed through a combination of geological processes that took millions of years, primarily driven by the relentless forces of erosion, tectonic activity, and sedimentation. The story begins around 2 billion years ago, when ancient rocks, mostly metamorphic and igneous, were laid down in layers. Over time, the Colorado River, which runs through the canyon, began carving its path through these layers, cutting deeper and deeper into the rock. This process of erosion was significantly accelerated by the uplift of the Colorado Plateau, which began around 70 million years ago due to tectonic forces. As the land rose, the elevation increased, causing the river to flow faster and erode the rock more effectively, creating the steep walls and intricate formations we see today. The rock layers, exposed in the Grand Canyon, tell a fascinating story of Earth's history, with some layers dating back over 500 million years. Each layer represents a different period in time, showcasing various environments, from ancient seas to arid deserts. The interplay of different rock types, such as the softer sandstone and harder limestone, contributes to the canyon's diverse landscape, as varying rates of erosion create unique features like cliffs, plateaus, and buttes. As for the canyon's evolution, it is an ongoing process. The Colorado River continues to shape the canyon, with its flow altering the landscape even today. Seasonal flooding, caused by melting snow and heavy rains, increases the river's power, allowing it to carve deeper into the rock. In addition, landslides, rockfalls, and other geological events contribute to the canyon's changing appearance. These natural processes not only reshape the canyon's walls, but also influence the ecosystem within, impacting habitats and species that thrive in this remarkable environment. Furthermore, scientists study the Grand Canyon to understand the effects of climate change on such landscapes. Changes in precipitation patterns, temperature, and human activity can significantly impact erosion rates and river flow, leading to potential shifts in the canyon's structure over time. The Grand Canyon is not just a static monument of nature. It is a dynamic environment, constantly evolving, revealing new layers of history and supporting diverse forms of life, making it a captivating subject for those curious about the intricate workings of our planet. The Northern Lights, or aurora borealis, are one of nature's most mesmerizing phenomena, often captivating people with their vibrant displays of color dancing across the night sky. These lights manifest in various forms, ranging from diffuse glows that fill the sky with a soft, ethereal light, to sharp, vibrant arcs that ripple and wave as if they are alive. Sometimes they appear as curtains of light that sway gracefully, while at other times they can look like spirals or even rays shooting upwards, creating an otherworldly spectacle that feels almost magical. The colors themselves can range from greens and pinks to reds, purples, and even blues, creating a stunning palette that paints the sky in ways that seem almost too beautiful to be real. The origins of these enchanting displays lie in the interactions between charged particles from the Sun and the Earth's magnetic field and atmosphere. When the Sun emits solar wind, it releases a stream of charged particles, mainly electrons and protons. When these particles reach the Earth, they encounter the planet's magnetic field, which guides them toward the polar regions. As these charged particles collide with gases in the Earth's atmosphere, mainly oxygen and nitrogen, they excite these gas molecules, making them release energy in the form of light. The specific colors we see depend on the type of gas and the altitude at which the collisions occur. For instance, oxygen at high altitudes can emit red and green colors, while nitrogen can produce blue and purple hues through its interactions with the solar particles. Interestingly, the intensity and frequency of the northern lights can vary, influenced by solar activity such as solar flares and coronal mass ejections, which can increase the number of charged particles reaching Earth. During periods of high solar activity, known as solar maximum, the displays can be particularly vivid and frequent, often visible at lower latitudes than usual. Conversely, during solar minimum, the lights tend to be less intense and less frequent, highlighting the delicate balance between solar activity and atmospheric conditions that gives rise to these beautiful displays. In addition to their stunning visual impact, the Northern Lights have cultural significance in many indigenous Arctic communities, where they are often woven into folklore and traditions, viewed as spirits or messages from ancestors, adding a layer of rich cultural heritage to this already fascinating natural phenomenon. Whether experienced in the remote wilderness or within the bustling cities of the north, the aurora borealis continues to inspire awe and wonder, reminding us of the incredible forces at play in our ancient trees, such as the bristlecone pine, found primarily in the White Mountains of California, serve as remarkable living archives, offering insights into historical climate patterns. Their longevity and resilience are truly fascinating. These trees, some of which are over 4,000 years old, have witnessed significant changes in the Earth's climate, and studying them provides valuable information about past environmental conditions. The growth rings of bristlecone pines, which can be as wide as a pencil or as narrow as a hair, hold secrets about temperature fluctuations, precipitation levels, and even drought periods over millennia. By examining these growth rings, scientists can reconstruct climate records, allowing us to understand how the climate has varied over thousands of years. Moreover, the resilience of the bristlecone pine to extreme conditions, including harsh winters and dry summers, reveals how some species adapt to changing climates. These trees thrive in environments where many other species struggle, which is a testament to their extraordinary adaptability. Researchers often use the data from bristlecone pines to correlate with other climate records, such as ice cores and sediment samples, creating a more complete picture of how climate change has unfolded across different regions and time periods. As scientists face modern climate challenges, the study of these ancient trees becomes increasingly relevant. They can help us understand not only how climate has changed, but also how ecosystems respond to environmental stresses. For instance, the patterns observed in bristlecone pines can inform predictions about how current species might adapt or, unfortunately, fail to adapt to ongoing climate change. Additionally, the longevity of these trees means they have survived numerous climate shifts, providing a unique perspective on resilience and survival. This understanding can guide conservation efforts as it highlights the importance of protecting species that show adaptability in the face of environmental changes. As we look toward the future, learning from the past and the tales told by ancient trees like the bristlecone pine becomes crucial in our efforts to address the pressing issue of climate change. Their existence not only enriches our understanding of natural history, but also emphasizes the interconnectedness of all life and the importance of preserving our planet's biodiversity. Volcanoes play a crucial role in shaping the Earth's landscape, acting as powerful forces of nature that can create, destroy, and transform the land around them. When a volcano erupts, it releases lava, ash, and gases from deep within the Earth, which can build up over time to form mountains and islands, altering the topography in dramatic ways. The erupted materials can lead to the formation of new land, as seen in places like the Hawaiian Islands, where the lava flows solidify and gradually create land masses, while also enriching the soil with minerals which can benefit local ecosystems. Volcanic eruptions can also lead to the creation of unique geological features, such as calderas, which are large depressions formed after a volcanic eruption when a volcano collapses into itself, or lava tubes, which are natural conduits through which lava travels beneath the surface. Some of the most famous volcanoes in the world include Mount St. Helens in the United States, known for its catastrophic eruption in 1980, which reshaped the surrounding landscape and provided valuable insights into volcanic activity and its effects on ecosystems. Then there's Mount Fuji in Japan, a symbol of beauty and cultural significance, which attracts many visitors while also reminding us of the power of nature as it remains an active volcano. Another notable volcano is Mount Vesuvius, located near Naples, Italy, infamous for its eruption in 79 AD that buried the Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum, preserving them under layers of ash and offering a glimpse into ancient life. In addition to these, there's Kilauea in Hawaii, one of the most active volcanoes on Earth, which has been erupting continuously since 1983, contributing to the ongoing formation of the Hawaiian Islands and serving as a vital research site for scientists studying volcanic activity and its impact on the environment. The diverse landscapes created by volcanoes also contribute to a variety of ecosystems, providing habitats for numerous species and influencing weather patterns, as volcanic ash can affect air quality and even climate, leading to temporary cooling periods after large eruptions. Volcanoes are not just destructive forces, they also play a vital role in the carbon cycle, releasing carbon dioxide during eruptions, which can contribute to atmospheric changes over geological timescales. Furthermore, the minerals found in volcanic ash can enhance soil fertility, making areas around volcanoes particularly lush and agriculturally productive, supporting rich biodiversity. The interplay between volcanic bioluminescent organisms, like certain jellyfish and plankton, create a mesmerizing display of light in the ocean at night, which is truly a wonder of nature. And their ability to glow is due to a special chemical reaction that occurs within their bodies. This reaction involves a light-emitting molecule called luciferin, which, when it reacts with oxygen, produces light. In many bioluminescent organisms, an enzyme called luciferase facilitates this reaction, allowing them to emit light in various colors, though blue and green are the most common hues seen in the ocean because these wavelengths travel farther through water. At night, when these organisms are disturbed or when they feel threatened, they can light up, either as a defense mechanism to confuse predators or to attract mates. For instance, some jellyfish, when touched, can emit a brilliant glow which may startle potential predators, giving them a chance to escape. Similarly, certain species of plankton, especially dinoflagellates, can create stunning displays of light when they are agitated by waves or movement in the water, leading to what is known as a bioluminescent bloom. This phenomenon can create breathtaking scenes where the ocean sparkles with tiny points of light, illuminating the water in a way that feels almost magical. The bioluminescence in these organisms serves various ecological purposes, from attracting prey to signaling other members of their species. In some cases, bioluminescent plankton can also be a key part of the food web, as they are eaten by larger organisms, thus transferring energy and nutrients through the ecosystem. The intricate dance of light produced by these creatures can also play a role in communication and mating rituals, showcasing the complex relationships between species in marine environments. Interestingly, scientists are studying bioluminescence, not just for its beauty, but also for its potential applications in medicine and technology. For example, the genes responsible for bioluminescence are being explored for use in bioimaging, allowing researchers to track biological processes in real time, which could lead to significant advancements in medical science. Moreover, understanding how these organisms produce light can inspire new technologies, such as sustainable lighting solutions that mimic their natural glow. As you contemplate the mysteries of the ocean, consider how these bioluminescent organisms contribute to the overall health of marine ecosystems, and how their glow not only enchants our eyes, but also plays a critical role in the survival. The Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the lungs of the earth, boasts unique characteristics that are essential for the health of our planet's ecosystem. This vast expanse, which spans over 5.5 million square kilometers across several countries, including Brazil, Peru, and Colombia, is not just a collection of trees, but a complex, living network of biodiversity. One of its most remarkable features is its incredible diversity of species. It is home to approximately 10% of all known species on Earth, including thousands of species of plants, animals, insects, and microorganisms, many of which are not found anywhere else. This rich biodiversity plays a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance, supporting life at various levels of the food chain, and ensuring the resilience of ecosystems against environmental changes. Additionally, the Amazon rainforest acts as a significant carbon sink, absorbing large amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, which helps to mitigate climate change. The trees in this rainforest store carbon in their biomass And when there is a healthy, thriving forest, it can significantly reduce the concentration of greenhouse gases in the air. This function is vital, especially in the context of global warming, where increasing carbon levels are a major concern for our planet. Moreover, the Amazon influences weather patterns, not just locally, but across the globe. The moisture released from its trees and vegetation contributes to rainfall, which is essential for agriculture and freshwater supplies in regions far beyond the forest itself. Another unique characteristic of the Amazon is its intricate river system, which includes the mighty Amazon River, the second longest river in the world. This river and its tributaries serve as vital transportation routes, not only for the wildlife that inhabits the area, but also for the indigenous communities and local populations that rely on these waterways for their livelihoods. The river system also supports a diverse array of aquatic life, including species like the pink river dolphin and the piranha, showcasing the interconnectedness of the rainforest's ecosystems. Furthermore, the Amazon rainforest is characterized by its layered structure, which includes the emergent layer, the canopy, the understory, and the forest floor. Each layer provides different habitats for various species, allowing for a dynamic and complex web of life. The canopy, often referred to as the rainforest's roof, is particularly important as it captures sunlight and provides food and shelter for countless species, including birds, monkeys, and insects. The understory, with its filtered light and humidity, hosts many plants and animals that are specially. Coral reefs play a vital role in protecting coastlines from erosion, acting as natural barriers that absorb the energy of waves and storms, which helps to reduce the impact on shorelines. These reefs, made of calcium carbonate, are formed by tiny animals called corals, which build their skeletons over thousands of years, creating complex structures that can extend for miles. When strong waves crash against the reefs, the corals break the force of the water, which diminishes the energy that reaches the shore. This protective function is especially important in areas prone to hurricanes or severe weather, where the force of the waves can cause significant damage to coastal properties and ecosystems. Additionally, coral reefs contribute to the stability of the seabed, preventing sediment from eroding away, thus maintaining the health of adjacent ecosystems and shorelines. Moreover, coral reefs are among the most diverse ecosystems on the planet, providing essential habitats for a wide variety of marine life, including fish, sea turtles, and invertebrates. These vibrant underwater cities support around 25% of all marine species, despite covering only a small fraction of the ocean floor. The intricate structures of coral reefs offer shelter and breeding grounds for many organisms, offering a safe place for young fish to grow away from predators, while also providing food sources such as algae and plankton that thrive in the nutrient-rich waters around the reefs. The interaction between corals and the species that inhabit them creates a delicate balance where corals benefit from the nutrient recycling provided by fish and other organisms, while fish rely on the coral for protection and sustenance. This relationship showcases the interconnectedness of marine ecosystems. In addition to their ecological importance, coral reefs also have significant economic benefits, supporting fisheries that provide livelihoods for millions of people worldwide, as well as attracting tourists who seek to explore their beauty through activities like snorkeling and diving. This influx of tourism can help fund conservation efforts, ensuring that these precious ecosystems are preserved for future generations. Furthermore, Healthy coral reefs can enhance the resilience of coastal areas against climate change, as they help to stabilize shorelines and reduce the impact of rising sea levels, protecting both natural environments and human communities from potential devastation. With the increasing threats posed by climate change, pollution, and overfishing, the health of coral reefs is in jeopardy, making their conservation more crucial than ever. Efforts to protect these ecosystems include establishing marine protected areas, promoting sustainable fishing practices, and reducing carbon emissions to help mitigate the impacts of global warming. The Sahara Desert, covering a vast area of North Africa, is not just a barren landscape, but a region with immense significance, particularly concerning its climate and impact on human civilization. Spanning over 9 million square kilometers, it is the largest hot desert in the world, and its climate plays a crucial role in shaping the environment, as well as the lives of the people who inhabit its borders. With its extreme temperatures, which can soar above 50 degrees Celsius during the day and drop to near freezing at night, the Sahara presents unique challenges for the flora and fauna that manage to survive there, like the resilient acacia trees and various species of lizards that have adapted to this harsh environment. The climate of the Sahara is characterized by arid conditions, receiving less than 25 centimeters of rainfall annually, which creates a stark contrast to the lush vegetation found in other parts of the world. This scarcity of water profoundly influences the types of human activities that can flourish in the region. Historically, the Sahara was not always the dry desert we see today. Thousands of years ago, it was a green and fertile area, with lakes and rivers supporting a variety of wildlife and human settlements. However, climate shifts, likely linked to changes in Earth's orbit and axial tilt, transformed the landscape into the arid desert that exists now, which in turn forced ancient populations to migrate or adapt their lifestyles to survive. The impact of the Sahara on human civilization is profound, as it has acted as both a barrier and a connector throughout history. It has hindered the movement of people, cultures, and goods, making travel and trade across its expanse challenging. This isolation has led to the development of unique cultures and societies, such as the Tuareg people, who are known for their nomadic lifestyle and mastery of navigating the desert. At the same time, the Sahara has served as a corridor for trade routes, especially during the trans-Saharan trade, where goods like gold, salt, and ivory were exchanged between North Africa and sub-Saharan regions. Additionally, the Sahara's climate influences weather patterns beyond its borders. The desert plays a vital role in the formation of the Saharan air layer, a mass of dry, dusty air that can travel thousands of kilometers across the Atlantic Ocean, affecting weather systems and even hurricane formation in the Caribbean. This phenomenon highlights how interconnected our planet's climate systems are, and how changes in one region can have far-reaching effects on others. In recent times, climate change presents the migratory patterns of species, such as the monarch butterfly, are fascinating, and they reveal a lot about the health and changes in their natural habitats. For instance, monarch butterflies embark on an incredible journey each year, traveling thousands of miles from North America to central Mexico. This migration is not just a simple trip, but rather it is tied closely to the seasonal changes and the availability of resources, like food and suitable breeding sites. As these butterflies migrate, they rely on specific plants, particularly milkweed, which is vital for their life cycle. The presence or absence of these plants can indicate the health of the ecosystems they travel through. When environmental factors shift, such as climate change, habitat destruction, or changes in land use, these migratory patterns can be significantly affected. For example, warmer temperatures may cause butterflies to arrive at their breeding grounds earlier than usual, disrupting their life cycle and the timing of food availability. Similarly, if milkweed populations decline due to pesticide use or urban development, it can directly impact the survival of the next generation of butterflies. Thus, the migratory behavior of monarchs serves as an important indicator of the environmental health of both their breeding and overwintering habitats. As they navigate through various terrains, from forests to agricultural lands, these butterflies encounter numerous challenges, such as extreme weather, loss of nectar sources, and barriers created by human activities. Each of these factors can lead to shifts in their migratory routes, making it essential for conservationists to monitor these patterns closely to better understand how changing habitats affect not only the monarchs, but also the broader ecosystem, since many other species rely on similar habitats and resources. The journey of the monarch butterfly is not just a remarkable feat of endurance, but also a critical reflection of the interconnectedness of species and their environments. When we see changes in their migratory patterns, it often signals larger issues at play within their habitats, which could include the impacts of invasive species, pollution, or climate change. By studying these patterns, scientists can gather vital information on how ecosystems are responding to human influences, and this understanding can help drive conservation efforts aimed at protecting both the monarchs and the diverse habitats they depend on. In essence, the migratory patterns of the monarch butterfly are a powerful reminder of the delicate balance within nature and how the health of one species can reflect the overall condition of its environment. As these butterflies continue to inspire people around the world, they also highlight the urgent need for awareness. The primary causes of the melting glaciers in places like Greenland and Antarctica can be traced back to several interconnected factors, each contributing to the alarming rate at which ice is disappearing from these regions. One of the most significant causes is climate change, primarily driven by the increase in greenhouse gases in our atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide and methane, resulting from human activities like burning fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial processes. As the planet warms, the temperatures in polar regions rise more quickly than in other areas, leading to accelerated ice melt. In addition to rising air temperatures, warmer ocean waters are also a major factor. As oceans absorb heat from the atmosphere, they can erode the undersides of ice shelves, causing them to break off more easily and retreat faster. This phenomenon is particularly evident in Antarctica, where warmer water currents are reaching the ice shelves and destabilizing them, leading to massive ice loss. Another contributing factor is the phenomenon known as albedo effect, which refers to the ability of surfaces to reflect sunlight. Glaciers and ice sheets are highly reflective, bouncing back most of the solar radiation that hits them. However, as they melt, darker surfaces, like water or land, are exposed, which absorb more heat. This creates a feedback loop, where the melting leads to further warming, which then leads to more melting. Additionally, there are local factors that can influence glacier dynamics, such as volcanic activity, which can release heat and ash that accelerates melting in specific areas. The implications of melting glaciers are profound and far-reaching. As glaciers retreat, they contribute to rising sea levels, which can threaten coastal communities and ecosystems. For instance, it is estimated that the melting of the Greenland ice sheet alone could raise global sea levels by several meters over time, which would inundate low-lying areas and displace millions of people. Furthermore, the loss of glaciers affects freshwater resources. Many regions depend on glacial meltwater for drinking and irrigation, and diminishing glaciers could lead to water shortages. The loss of ice also impacts global weather patterns, as large ice masses play a key role in regulating the climate. Changes in the Arctic can influence weather systems far beyond the polar regions, affecting everything from storm patterns to rainfall distribution. Moreover, as glaciers melt, they release trapped greenhouse gases, such as methane, which can further accelerate climate change. This creates a concerning cycle where melting leads to more warming, which leads to more melting, exacerbating the challenges we face as a global community. Natural hot springs form through a fascinating combination of geological processes, where heated water from the Earth's interior rises to the surface, creating pools of warm, mineral-rich water. The heat typically comes from volcanic activity or geothermal energy, where magma heats the surrounding rocks and water, causing it to flow through cracks and fissures in the Earth's crust. As this hot water travels upward, it can dissolve minerals from the rocks it passes through, which can then be deposited in and around the springs, creating beautiful mineral formations and unique landscapes. Surrounding these hot springs, one can find vibrant ecosystems that thrive in the warm, nutrient-rich environments. The high temperatures and mineral content support a variety of specialized organisms that are adapted to these extreme conditions. For instance, the waters of hot springs often host unique species of bacteria and archaea, which can survive and even flourish in temperatures that would be lethal to most life forms. These microorganisms play a crucial role in the ecosystem, contributing to nutrient cycling and forming the base of food webs in these habitats. In addition to microbial life, hot springs can support a diverse array of plants and animals. The warmth of the water can create microclimates that foster the growth of certain plant species, such as various mosses and ferns, which thrive in the humid, warm conditions. Some species of insects, birds, and even mammals are also drawn to these areas, attracted by the availability of water and food sources, as well as the unique habitat provided by the mineral deposits and thermal features. For example, in places like Yellowstone National Park, you can find colorful mats of thermophilic algae, which create stunning visual displays and provide food for local wildlife. These ecosystems are often fragile and unique, showcasing a remarkable interplay between geology and biology. The organisms found around hot springs can offer invaluable insights into extremophile life forms, which can help scientists understand the limits of life on Earth and possibly even inform the search for life on other planets where similar extreme conditions might exist. As you explore these natural wonders, you'll encounter not just the beauty of the springs themselves, but also the rich tapestry of life that depends on them, revealing the incredible adaptability of nature in the face of extreme conditions. The Galapagos Islands, an archipelago located about 600 miles off the coast of Ecuador, are often hailed as a living laboratory for evolution and biodiversity, primarily because of their unique flora and fauna, which have adapted in fascinating ways to their isolated environment. These islands are home to a variety of species that are found nowhere else on Earth, such as the Galapagos tortoise, the marine iguana, and the finches that famously contributed to Charles Darwin's theory of natural selection. The island's isolation has allowed species to evolve independently, leading to a remarkable display of adaptive radiation, where a single ancestral species diversifies into numerous forms, each adapted to specific environments and niches. The volcanic origins of the Galapagos play a significant role in this biodiversity, as the islands are relatively young geological formations, which means they have undergone significant changes over time, creating diverse habitats. These habitats range from arid lowlands to lush highlands to coastal regions, each supporting different ecosystems and a rich variety of plant and animal life. For instance, the different species of Darwin's finches have evolved distinct beak shapes and sizes, allowing them to exploit various food sources available on the islands, from seeds to insects, showcasing how environmental factors can drive evolutionary changes. Moreover, the Galapagos Islands are also affected by ocean currents that bring nutrient-rich waters, fostering a diverse marine ecosystem. The surrounding waters are home to an incredible array of marine life, including sea turtles, rays, and a multitude of fish species, which all contribute to the island's overall biodiversity. This marine life interacts with the terrestrial ecosystems, creating a complex web of life that is both delicate and resilient. The interaction between land and sea is crucial, as many species, such as the Galapagos penguin, depend on both environments for survival. The conservation efforts in the Galapagos are equally notable, as they aim to protect this unique biodiversity from threats such as invasive species, overfishing, and tourism pressures. The establishment of the Galapagos National Park in 1959 and the Galapagos Marine Reserve in 1998 has been essential in safeguarding the delicate ecosystems and ensuring that the islands remain a prime example of evolution in action. Scientists continue to study the islands, observing how climate change and human activity impact this unique environment, which offers invaluable insights into evolutionary processes and the resilience of nature. By understanding the Galapagos, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity of life, and the Himalayas, towering majestically across 5 countries, including India, Nepal, Bhutan, China, and Pakistan, are not just a natural wonder, but a vibrant tapestry of cultures, traditions, and lifestyles, shaped significantly by the diverse landscapes found in this region. The towering peaks, deep valleys, and varied climates create a complex environment where each geographical feature has its own influence on the people living there. For instance, in the higher altitudes, where the air is thin and temperatures are frigid, the communities often rely on livestock, such as yaks and sheep, which are well adapted to harsh conditions. These animals provide milk, wool, and meat, forming the basis of the local diet and economy. The nomadic herders, who move with the seasons, have developed a rich cultural heritage, including unique music, dance, and oral traditions that reflect their connection to the land and the animals they depend on. As you descend into the lower regions, where the landscape transforms into lush valleys and terraced fields, the culture shifts dramatically. Here, the warmer climate allows for agriculture to flourish, and crops like rice, maize, and barley become staples. The farmers, often living in tightly knit communities, celebrate the changing seasons with festivals that revolve around planting and harvest times, showcasing their deep-rooted connection to the soil. These festivals are not only about food, but also about community bonding, with traditional songs and dances that have been passed down through generations, highlighting the rich cultural diversity that exists within the Himalayan region. Moreover, the presence of sacred mountains and rivers has a profound impact on the spiritual beliefs and practices of the people. Many communities worship these natural features, believing them to be the abode of deities. This reverence for nature fosters a sense of stewardship, leading to conservation practices that aim to protect the fragile ecosystems that sustain them. In places like Bhutan, the philosophy of gross national happiness emphasizes the importance of environmental conservation, directly linking cultural identity to the health of the natural world, which is a direct influence of the majestic Himalayas surrounding them. In addition, the isolation of many Himalayan villages, due to the challenging terrain, has kept traditional ways of life intact, allowing unique languages and dialects to flourish, alongside specific customs and rituals that may differ from one valley to another. The people develop a strong sense of community, often relying on each other for support, which is essential in such remote areas where access to resources can be limited. This communal lifestyle is reflected in the Great Blue Hole, located off the coast of Belize, is a massive marine sinkhole, measuring about 300 meters across and over 125 meters deep. It's part of the larger Belize Barrier Reef Reserve System, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The geological features of the Great Blue Hole are fascinating, as it was formed during the last ice age, around 15,000 years ago, when sea levels were much lower. At that time, it was a limestone cave, but as the ice melted and sea levels rose, the cave flooded, resulting in the circular hole we see today. The walls of the Great Blue Hole are made of limestone, which has eroded over time, creating a unique underwater landscape with stalactites and stalagmites that can be found at depths of around 40 meters. This geological structure provides scientists with valuable information about past climate conditions and sea level changes, making it an important site for research. Ecologically, the Great Blue Hole is home to a diverse array of marine life, including various species of fish, such as parrotfish, snapper, and even the occasional nurse shark and reef shark. The surrounding coral reefs are teeming with vibrant marine biodiversity, serving as a habitat for numerous species, including sea turtles and rays. These reefs play a crucial role in the ecosystem, providing shelter and food for many organisms. The area is also important for migratory birds, which use the nearby coastal regions as stopover points during their journeys. The unique combination of the sinkhole and the surrounding coral reefs creates a rich environment, supporting a complex food web and contributing to the overall health of the marine ecosystem. Furthermore, the Great Blue Hole is significant for its role in ecotourism, attracting divers and snorkelers from all over the world who come to experience its stunning underwater beauty and diverse marine life. This influx of visitors helps to raise awareness about the importance of marine conservation and the need to protect delicate ecosystems like the Belize Barrier Reef. In addition to tourism, the Great Blue Hole is also vital for local communities, as it supports fishing and other sustainable practices. The balance between conservation and economic development is crucial, ensuring that this natural wonder remains preserved for future generations to enjoy, while also providing benefits to the local population. The Great Blue Hole stands as a testament to the intricate connections between geological formations, ecological systems, and human activity, highlighting the need for continued research and conservation efforts in this remarkable marine environment. The tundra is a unique and challenging environment, characterized by its cold temperatures, strong winds, and a short growing season, which profoundly affects the plants and animals living there. As the seasons change, the tundra undergoes dramatic transformations, impacting the flora and fauna in fascinating ways. In the brief summer months, which can last only a couple of months, the tundra experiences a burst of life. Temperatures rise above freezing, allowing the ground to thaw, and this melting releases nutrients that have been locked away in the permafrost. During this time, a variety of flowering plants, such as mosses, lichens, and low shrubs, spring to life, creating a vibrant tapestry of colors across the landscape. These plants have adapted to the harsh conditions, often having shallow root systems to absorb moisture quickly, as well as special mechanisms to protect themselves from the intense sunlight and cold temperatures. In stark contrast, winter in the tundra is a harsh and unforgiving time, with temperatures plummeting and the landscape blanketed in snow. Many of the plants that flourished in summer die back, entering a state of dormancy where they conserve energy and resources until the warmth returns. Some species, however, have adapted to survive through the winter by developing thick, insulating layers, while others may remain dormant under the snow. The animals in the tundra, too, must adapt to these seasonal changes. During the summer, various species of birds migrate to the tundra to take advantage of the abundant food resources, including insects and plant material, which become available during the short growing season. Birds like the Arctic tern and the snow bunting can be seen flitting about, while mammals such as caribou and Arctic hares also take advantage of the summer's bounty. As summer fades into fall, animals begin to prepare for the impending cold. Many species, such as the caribou, migrate to find food and avoid harsh weather, while others, like the Arctic fox, grow thicker fur to help insulate against the bitter cold. The transition into winter also sees some animals enter hibernation, while others remain active, relying on stored food supplies or foraging beneath the snow. The tundra's extreme conditions necessitate these adaptive strategies, as survival depends on being able to cope with the seasonal changes. The cycle of life in the tundra is intricately connected to these seasonal shifts, where the flora and fauna have evolved unique traits that allow them to thrive. Madagascar, a unique island nation located off the southeastern coast of Africa, is renowned for its remarkable biodiversity, which includes an astonishing array of plant and animal species, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. This incredible variety is due to Madagascar's long isolation from other land masses, allowing species to evolve in ways that are distinct from their relatives on the mainland. In fact, about 90% of the wildlife in Madagascar is endemic, meaning that these species are unique to the island, showcasing nature's creativity and adaptability. The significance of this biodiversity cannot be overstated, as it plays a crucial role in maintaining the ecological balance of the region, supporting ecosystems that provide essential services such as clean air, water, and soil fertility. Moreover, Madagascar is home to a range of habitats, including rainforests, dry deciduous forests, and spiny forests, each housing specialized species adapted to their specific environments. For instance, the iconic lemurs, which are perhaps the most famous inhabitants of Madagascar, exhibit a variety of behaviors and adaptations, making them a key focus for researchers and conservationists alike. The island's unique flora, such as the baobab trees and the various orchids, also contribute to its ecological significance, providing food and shelter for countless species and serving as vital resources for local communities. Recognizing its exceptional biodiversity, Madagascar has been designated as a biodiversity hotspot for conservation. This status highlights the urgent need to protect its unique ecosystems and the species that inhabit them, many of which are threatened by human activities like deforestation, habitat destruction, and climate change. Conservation efforts in Madagascar aim to preserve not only the remarkable species, but also the cultural heritage of the local communities that rely on these ecosystems for their livelihoods. By protecting Madagascar's biodiversity, we are safeguarding a vital part of our planet's natural heritage, ensuring that future generations can continue to learn from and appreciate this extraordinary island and the life it supports. The ongoing work of conservationists and scientists in Madagascar is crucial as they strive to balance human needs with ecological preservation, fostering a sustainable future for both the island's inhabitants and its unique wildlife. The Giant's Causeway, located on the coast of Northern Ireland, is a fascinating natural wonder that consists of about 40 zero-interlocking basalt columns formed by the cooling and solidification of lava from volcanic eruptions that occurred around 60 million years ago. The unique shape of these columns, which range from hexagonal to pentagonal, is a result of the way the lava cooled and contracted as it met the cooler sea air, creating a striking geometric pattern that has captivated visitors for centuries. This site not only provides a stunning visual landscape, but it also serves as a critical piece of geological history, offering insights into the volcanic activity that shaped much of the Earth's crust. The formation of the Giant's Causeway is tied to a period of intense volcanic activity known as the Paleocene epoch, which was marked by the opening of the Atlantic Ocean and the movement of tectonic plates. During this time, molten rock from deep within the Earth was forced upwards, resulting in explosive volcanic eruptions. As the lava flowed out onto the surface, it spread and cooled, forming the distinctive columnar structures we see today. The columns were formed through a process called columnar jointing, which occurs when lava cools evenly and creates cracks, leading to the formation of these striking shapes. Geologists study the Giant's Causeway to understand not only the specifics of its formation, but also the broader implications of volcanic activity throughout Earth's history. By examining the layers of rock, the composition of the basalt, and the surrounding geology, scientists can glean important information about the types of eruptions that occurred and how they impacted the environment at the time. This site, therefore, serves as a natural laboratory where the processes of volcanism can be observed and studied in a way that reveals the dynamic nature of our planet's geology. Moreover, the Giant's Causeway is also significant in terms of its age and the context it provides regarding the Earth's geological timeline. By dating the basalt columns and studying their stratigraphy, researchers can better understand the sequence of events that led to the creation of the causeway and how similar volcanic formations were developed in other parts of the world. This understanding contributes to our knowledge of past climate conditions, as volcanic eruptions can have lasting effects on the atmosphere, influencing weather patterns and ecosystems. Additionally, the Giant's Causeway has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, highlighting its importance not only as a geological treasure, but also as a cultural landmark. It draws attention to the Dead Sea is one of the most fascinating bodies of water on our planet, known for its extreme salinity, which is significantly higher than that of ordinary seawater. Salinity refers to the concentration of salts in water and in the case of the Dead Sea, it is about 10 times saltier than most oceans, with a salinity level around 33.7%. This high salt concentration is primarily due to the evaporation of water, as the Dead Sea is located in a desert region where hot temperatures lead to rapid evaporation. The minerals found in the Dead Sea, such as magnesium, potassium, and calcium, are highly concentrated, which is unique compared to other bodies of water. This mineral-rich environment has several interesting effects on the ecosystem and the surrounding environment. Due to its extreme salinity, the Dead Sea is inhospitable to most forms of aquatic life, which is why it is often referred to as a dead body of water. There are no fish or aquatic plants living in the Dead Sea, as the salt concentration is too high for them to survive. However, this does not mean that the area is devoid of life. Rather, it supports a unique ecosystem that includes various microorganisms, such as specific types of bacteria and algae that can thrive in such harsh conditions. These extremophiles are adapted to survive in high saline environments, and they play an essential role in the local ecosystem. The mineral content of the Dead Sea also has therapeutic properties, which has drawn visitors for centuries seeking its healing benefits. The mud and water are rich in minerals that are believed to help with skin conditions, joint pain, and other ailments. People come from all over the world to float in its buoyant waters, which allow them to effortlessly stay on the surface due to the high density created by the salt. The unique combination of high salinity and mineral content not only affects the organisms that can survive there, but also influences the overall health and geology of the surrounding area. Interestingly, the high evaporation rates and the mineral-rich mud have made the Dead Sea a valuable resource for various industries, including cosmetics and health products. Many companies extract minerals for use in beauty and wellness products, capitalizing on the natural resources provided by this remarkable body of water. The landscape surrounding the Dead Sea is also characterized by stunning geological formations, such as salt formations and cliffs, which are shaped by the unique environmental conditions, making it a visually striking location. In summary, the Dead Sea, the Amazon basin, a vast and complex ecosystem, is often referred to as the lungs of the earth, and its diverse climates play a crucial role in supporting an incredible variety of plant and animal species. This region experiences a range of climatic conditions, from the hot, humid conditions of the rainforest to the drier, seasonal environments found in the southern parts of the basin. The constant warmth, along with abundant rainfall, creates an ideal environment for plants to thrive, leading to a rich tapestry of vegetation, including towering trees, sprawling vines, and colorful flowers. Each plant species has adapted to specific microclimates within the basin. For example, some plants flourish in the shaded understory, where sunlight is limited, while others thrive in the sunlit canopy, reaching for the sky. The variation in climate also contributes to the presence of distinct habitats, such as swamps, floodplains, and dry savannas, each supporting different communities of animals. In the wetlands, for instance, you'll find an abundance of amphibians, reptiles, and aquatic plants, while the drier areas are home to a different set of species that have adapted to survive with less water. The seasonal changes, including periods of flooding and drought, further influence the life cycles of many plants and animals, creating a dynamic environment where species must constantly adapt to survive. Moreover, the Amazon basin's geographical features, such as rivers, mountains, and valleys, create barriers and microhabitats, allowing for isolated populations of species to evolve over time. This isolation, coupled with the rich variety of climates, leads to high levels of endemism, meaning many species found here are not found anywhere else on the planet. The diverse climates also support a multitude of ecological niches, where species can specialize and fill unique roles within their ecosystems, from pollinators to seed dispersers, each contributing to the ecological balance. In addition to the physical environment, the Amazon basin's climate influences the interactions between species, such as predator-prey relationships and competition for resources. For example, the availability of food sources can fluctuate with the seasons, prompting migratory patterns in certain animal populations or changes in breeding times for various species. The interplay between different climate zones within the basin creates a mosaic of life, where biodiversity flourishes, and every organism plays a part in the intricate web of life. As climate change poses new challenges, the delicate balance of the Amazon's ecosystems is under threat, potentially disrupting the intricate relationships that have developed in the harsh, icy landscapes of the Arctic. Animals like the Arctic fox and polar bear have developed fascinating adaptations that help them thrive in extreme cold. The Arctic fox, for instance, has a thick, warm coat that changes color with the seasons, providing excellent camouflage. In winter, its fur turns white, blending seamlessly with the snow, while in summer it transforms to a brown or gray hue, helping it stay hidden among the tundra's rocks and vegetation. Beneath this luxurious coat, the Arctic fox also has a layer of fat, which acts as insulation against the biting cold. Its small ears and short muzzle reduce heat loss, allowing it to conserve warmth efficiently, while its paws are covered with fur, providing traction on ice and snow, which helps it navigate its frigid environment with ease. On the other hand, the polar bear is a true giant of the Arctic, equipped with some remarkable adaptations of its own. Its thick blubber, which can be up to 4 inches deep, keeps it warm in the freezing temperatures and acts as a source of energy during food shortages. The polar bear's fur is not just for warmth. It is also unique in that it appears white, but it is actually transparent, allowing sunlight to penetrate and warm its skin beneath. This adaptation helps the bear maintain its body temperature even in the most frigid conditions. In addition to its physical features, the polar bear has large, powerful limbs that are perfect for swimming in icy waters, and its large, wide paws distribute its weight, preventing it from sinking into the snow. Both animals have keen senses that help them locate food in their sparse environment. The Arctic fox, for example, has an excellent sense of hearing, allowing it to detect prey buried beneath the snow, while the polar bear has an extraordinary sense of smell, able to detect seals nearly a mile away and beneath several feet of compacted snow and ice. These adaptations are crucial for their survival, as food can be incredibly scarce in their frigid homes. Furthermore, both species have developed behaviors that assist in conserving energy. The Arctic fox may go into a state of torpor during the coldest months, while polar bears often can be seen resting on ice floes, conserving energy until they can hunt again. The incredible adaptations of the Arctic fox and polar bear showcase the wonders of evolution, illustrating how life can persist and thrive in even the most challenging of environments. Natural wonders like Mount Everest present extraordinary challenges to climbers, not just in terms of physical endurance, but also significant psychological hurdles. To begin with, The sheer height of Mount Everest, which stands at 29 feet, creates an environment where climbers must contend with extreme altitude. This high altitude means that the air is thinner, containing less oxygen, which can lead to altitude sickness, a condition that can cause headaches, fatigue, and in severe cases, life-threatening complications. As climbers ascend, their bodies must adapt to this lack of oxygen, often leading to a struggle for breath and an intense feeling of exhaustion, which can be both physically and mentally taxing. As climbers push their limits, they face not only the challenge of their physical capabilities, but also the unpredictable nature of the mountain itself. Weather conditions on Everest can change rapidly, with fierce storms and extreme cold posing constant threats. This unpredictability can create a sense of anxiety, as climbers must be prepared to respond quickly to adverse situations, balancing their desire to reach the summit with the need to prioritize safety. The physical toll of climbing can also be compounded by psychological stress, as climbers often experience fear and uncertainty, especially when navigating treacherous icefalls and steep ridges. Moreover, the social dynamics among climbers can add another layer of psychological challenge. Many climbers form teams, relying on one another for support, but this can also lead to tension and competition. The desire to succeed, to reach the summit, can sometimes overshadow the well-being of fellow climbers, creating moral dilemmas in life and death situations. This aspect of climbing Everest tests not only physical strength, but also mental resilience, as climbers must confront their motivations and the ethical implications of their actions. The isolation experienced on the mountain can further exacerbate feelings of anxiety and fear. Climbers spend long periods away from their families and the comforts of home, leading to feelings of loneliness and homesickness. The intense focus required during the climb can also lead to a kind of tunnel vision, where climbers become so fixated on the goal of reaching the summit that they may neglect their mental health needs. This psychological strain can manifest in various ways, from irritability to a loss of concentration, which can be dangerous in such a demanding environment. Finally, the experience of climbing Everest can lead to what some climbers describe as a post-summit blues, where the intense emotional highs of achieving such a monumental goal are followed by deforestation, particularly in vital areas like the Amazon rainforest, has significant environmental impacts that ripple through local ecosystems and extend to global climate patterns. When trees are cut down, a crucial source of biodiversity is lost, resulting in the destruction of habitats for countless species, many of which are not found anywhere else on Earth. The Amazon, often referred to as the lungs of the planet, plays a vital role in absorbing carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas that contributes to global warming. Without these trees, we face an increase in carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere, which can lead to more severe climate change effects, such as extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and altered precipitation patterns. Additionally, deforestation disrupts the water cycle, as trees help to maintain moisture levels in the soil and atmosphere. When large areas are cleared, rainfall patterns can change, leading to drought in some regions and flooding in others. This not only affects the local flora and fauna, but also impacts agricultural practices and the livelihoods of communities that depend on stable weather conditions. The loss of trees also means a reduction in soil quality. Without roots to hold it in place, soil erosion becomes more common, leading to sedimentation in rivers and streams, which can harm aquatic ecosystems. Moreover, deforestation contributes to the release of other greenhouse gases, such as methane and nitrous oxide, particularly when forested land is converted for agriculture or cattle ranching. These gases are far more potent than carbon dioxide and add to the overall greenhouse effect, accelerating climate change. The loss of forests also reduces the planet's ability to recover from environmental stressors as ecosystems become more fragile and less resilient. The Amazon rainforest is home to approximately 10% of the known species on Earth, and its destruction poses a risk to biodiversity. Each species lost can have a cascading effect on the ecosystem, leading to further losses and potentially destabilizing local environments. Indigenous communities, who have lived in harmony with these forests for centuries, also face the threat of displacement, cultural loss, and diminished resources, as their traditional ways of life are intimately tied to the health of the forest. In summary, the environmental impacts of deforestation in regions like the Amazon are profound. They affect not only local ecosystems and communities, but also contribute significantly to global climate change, creating a cycle of degradation that can have long-lasting consequences for the planet as a whole. The ongoing struggle to balance development and conservation highlights the urgent need for sustainable practices that protect these vital ecosystems while supporting the needs of the tectonic plates, which are massive sections of the Earth's crust, play a crucial role in shaping the planet's landscape, leading to the creation of extraordinary natural wonders such as the Ring of Fire. This vast area encircling the Pacific Ocean is famous for its high levels of seismic activity, including earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. The formation of the Ring of Fire is primarily due to the movement and interaction of several tectonic plates, including the Pacific Plate, which is the largest tectonic plate, and other surrounding plates like the North American Plate, the Eurasian Plate, and the Philippine Sea Plate. As these plates shift, they can either collide, pull apart, or slide past each other, a process known as plate tectonics. When two plates collide, one may be forced underneath the other in a process called subduction, leading to the formation of deep ocean trenches and volcanic arcs, which are characteristic features of the Ring of Fire. For example, the subduction of the Nazca Plate beneath the South American Plate has created the Andes mountain range and numerous volcanoes that can be found along the coastline. Similarly, the subduction of the Pacific Plate beneath the North American Plate has led to the formation of the volcanic Cascade Range in the United States. These geological processes not only lead to the creation of mountains and volcanoes, but they also result in the release of magma, which can erupt and create new landforms such as volcanic islands, like those found in Hawaii. The movement of tectonic plates also contributes to the formation of earthquakes, which can dramatically reshape landscapes and create features such as fault lines and rift valleys. For instance, the San Andreas Fault, located in California, is a transformed boundary where the Pacific Plate and the North American Plate slide past each other, leading to significant geological activity and the potential for devastating earthquakes. In addition to volcanic activity and earthquakes, the tectonic activity in the Ring of Fire has also resulted in the creation of unique ecosystems. The volcanic soils produced by eruptions are often rich in nutrients, supporting diverse plant and animal life. This rich biodiversity can be seen in regions like the Galapagos Islands, where volcanic activity has led to the development of unique habitats that support species found nowhere else on Earth. Furthermore, tectonic plate movements can also lead to the creation of geothermal features, such as hot springs and geysers, which can be found in places like Yellowstone National Park. These natural wonders are a direct. Wetlands play a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance, serving as one of nature's most valuable ecosystems. These unique environments, which include marshes, swamps, and bogs, are characterized by their water-saturated soils, which can be either permanently or seasonally inundated. Unlike other habitats, wetlands are incredibly rich in biodiversity, providing a home for a wide variety of plants, animals, and microorganisms. They act as nurseries for many fish species, offering safe areas for young fish to grow before venturing into larger bodies of water. The importance of wetlands extends far beyond their beauty and biodiversity. They perform essential functions that contribute to the health of our planet. One of their primary roles is water purification. As water flows through a wetland, the plants and soil work together to filter out pollutants, sediments, and nutrients, effectively cleaning the water before it reaches rivers, lakes, or oceans. This natural filtration process is why wetlands are often referred to as nature's kidneys, as they filter and cleanse water much like our kidneys filter blood. Additionally, wetlands help reduce flooding by absorbing excess rainwater, acting like sponges that store water during heavy rains and slowly releasing it during dry periods. This flood control is vital for protecting nearby communities and ecosystems from the devastating effects of storms and high water levels. Furthermore, wetlands play an important role in carbon storage, sequestering carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and helping to mitigate climate change. By trapping carbon in their plant biomass and soils, wetlands can help reduce greenhouse gases. In addition, they provide critical habitat for countless species, many of which are endangered or threatened. The complex interdependencies found in wetland ecosystems highlight their significance in maintaining biodiversity and ecological health. Overall, wetlands are essential for sustaining life on Earth, providing invaluable services that support both human and wildlife populations, making their conservation a priority for environmental health and ecological balance. El Niño and La Niña are fascinating climate phenomena that significantly influence global weather patterns, and they have a profound impact on various natural wonders across the planet. El Niño, characterized by the warming of ocean surface temperatures in the central and eastern Pacific, typically occurs every 2 to 7 years, and it can lead to dramatic changes in weather. For instance, during an El Niño event, regions that usually experience dry conditions may see increased rainfall, while areas that are normally wet might face droughts, altering ecosystems and affecting wildlife habitats. This shift can lead to natural events like floods, landslides, and even wildfires, which can reshape the landscape and impact the natural wonders we cherish. On the other hand, La Niña is the counterpart to El Niño, marked by cooler than average ocean temperatures in the same regions of the Pacific. This phenomenon can bring about opposite effects, leading to wetter conditions in some areas and drier conditions in others. For example, during La Niña, the Pacific Northwest of the United States often experiences increased rainfall, which nourishes forests and contributes to the lush greenery of natural parks. Meanwhile, the southern United States may experience drier weather, which can affect agriculture and water supplies. These shifts not only affect weather, but also influence the migration patterns of birds, the spawning of fish, and the blooming of flowers, all of which are crucial to the health of ecosystems. The impacts of El Niño and La Niña extend far beyond their immediate regions. They can disrupt monsoon patterns in Asia, leading to significant agricultural challenges, while also influencing hurricane activity in the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. El Niño tends to suppress hurricane activity in the Atlantic as increased wind shear disrupts storm formation, whereas La Niña can enhance hurricane activity, creating more favorable conditions for storms to develop. These changes can have devastating effects on coastal communities and natural habitats, showcasing how interconnected our global climate system is. Moreover, the effects of these phenomena can be observed in natural wonders such as the Great Barrier Reef, where changes in ocean temperatures can lead to coral bleaching during El Niño events. This not only threatens the diverse marine life that depends on the reef, but also impacts tourism and local economies that rely on the health of this natural wonder. In contrast, during La Niña, cooler waters can lead to improved conditions for coral recovery, but the overall health of the reef is still at risk due to other environmental stresses. The interplay between El Niño and La Niña illustrates the delicate balance of our Uluru, also known as Aya's Rock, holds immense historical and cultural significance, especially for the indigenous Anangu people who have lived in the area for thousands of years. This massive sandstone monolith, rising almost 350 meters above the surrounding desert, is not just a stunning natural feature, it is a sacred site deeply embedded in the spiritual and cultural beliefs of the Anangu. They refer to Uluru as a living cultural landscape, and it is intertwined with their stories, traditions, and laws, which are passed down through generations. The creation stories, or Chukurpa, associated with Uluru, describe how ancestral beings shaped the land and established the connection between the indigenous people and the environment, emphasizing the importance of this natural wonder in their identity and cultural practices. Furthermore, Uluru represents a significant part of Australia's broader cultural heritage. It is a symbol of the relationship between the land and its people, showcasing the deep respect that Indigenous Australians have for nature, which contrasts with the modern view of land as a resource. The rock itself displays a variety of colors at different times of the day, which can evoke a sense of wonder and connection to the earth, drawing attention to the beauty and power of the natural world. For those visiting, it can be a transformative experience, as they learn not just about the geology of the rock, but also about the rich tapestry of stories and beliefs that surround it. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Uluru attracts visitors from around the globe, eager to witness its magnificence and learn about its significance. However, the cultural significance of Uluru has led to ongoing discussions about tourism and preservation. The Anangu people have requested that visitors refrain from climbing the rock, as it is considered a sacred site, and climbing it disrespects their cultural beliefs. Instead, they encourage visitors to engage with the land in a way that honors its significance, such as through guided tours that provide insights into the indigenous history, flora, and fauna of the area. This shift towards respectful tourism reflects a growing awareness of the need to honor indigenous perspectives and practices, promoting a deeper understanding of the relationship between culture and nature. The presence of Uluru in Australia's national identity is profound, as it symbolizes not only natural beauty, but also the resilience of indigenous cultures, which have withstood the test of time despite colonization and modernization. Many artworks, literature, and songs have been inspired by Uluru, further embedding it into the cultural fabric of Australia. The stone forest in Madagascar, also known as Singi de Bemaraha, is a remarkable natural formation that vividly illustrates the powerful effects of erosion and weathering, showcasing how nature can sculpt the landscape over time. This unique site, with its towering limestone pinnacles, is a result of millions of years of geological processes that have shaped the land into its current form. The limestone in the region began as coral reefs formed in a shallow sea, and over time, tectonic activity lifted these reefs above the water, exposing them to the elements. Weathering processes, particularly chemical weathering, played a significant role in this transformation. Rainwater, which is slightly acidic due to dissolved carbon dioxide, seeps into the cracks of the limestone, gradually dissolving the rock and creating intricate patterns and sharp spires. Additionally, physical weathering caused by temperature changes helps to break down the rock further, as the heat of the day expands the rock and the cooler temperatures at night cause it to contract. This constant cycle of expansion and contraction leads to the formation of cracks and eventually the towering limestone formations we see today. Erosion, often driven by water and wind, then takes over, removing the loosened particles and sculpting the landscape into the dramatic peaks and deep crevices that characterize the stone forest. The result is a breathtaking example of how natural forces can create stunning geological features, highlighting the dynamic relationship between rock, water, and atmosphere, and how these elements interact over vast periods of time. The unique biodiversity found in this area is also a testament to the resilience of life, as many species have adapted to thrive in this rugged and challenging environment, further demonstrating the interconnectedness of geological processes and biological evolution. Ecosystems like mangroves play a crucial role in coastal protection and biodiversity, providing a multitude of benefits that are often overlooked. Mangroves are a unique type of forest, found along tropical and subtropical coastlines. They thrive in salty waters, where few other trees can survive, creating a distinctive habitat that supports a wide range of wildlife. One of the primary functions of mangroves is their ability to act as natural barriers against storms and erosion. Their complex root systems stabilize coastlines, reducing the impact of waves and storm surges, which is particularly important in regions that face the increasing threat of climate change and sea level rise. Beyond protecting shorelines, these ecosystems also serve as nurseries for various marine species. Many fish, crustaceans, and mollusks rely on the shelter and food provided by mangrove roots during their early life stages. This not only supports marine biodiversity, but also contributes to local fisheries, which are vital for the livelihoods of many coastal communities. Additionally, mangroves help improve water quality, as their roots filter pollutants and trap sediments. This filtration process creates a healthier environment for both aquatic and terrestrial life. Furthermore, they sequester carbon, acting as significant carbon sinks, which helps mitigate climate change. The dense vegetation of mangroves captures carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, storing it in their biomass and in the soil below. This function is increasingly recognized as critical in global efforts to combat climate change. In terms of biodiversity, mangroves are home to a diverse array of species, from birds and reptiles to countless insects and microorganisms. They provide habitat for endangered species, including the elusive mangrove monitor, lizard, and various types of migratory birds. Protecting these ecosystems is essential not just for the species that inhabit them, but also for the overall health of our planet. As they serve as indicators of environmental health, their decline often signals larger ecological issues. So, preserving and restoring mangrove ecosystems is not only an environmental necessity, but also a social and economic imperative, ensuring that future generations can benefit from their myriad services. Scientists study the impact of climate change on natural wonders using a variety of methods, which include field research, satellite imagery, and computer modeling, allowing them to gather comprehensive data about ecosystems, weather patterns, and geological changes. For instance, in places like the Great Barrier Reef, researchers closely monitor coral bleaching events, which are directly linked to rising ocean temperatures, by conducting underwater surveys and using remote sensing technology to assess the health of coral reefs over time. They have reported alarming findings, indicating that warmer waters lead to increased stress on corals, causing them to expel the colorful algae that live in their tissues, a process that can result in widespread coral die-offs, significantly affecting marine biodiversity. In addition to coral reefs, scientists also focus on iconic glaciers and ice formations, such as those in Antarctica and Greenland. By using ice core samples, researchers can analyze trapped air bubbles, which provide a historical record of atmospheric conditions. These studies reveal a concerning trend. Glaciers are melting at unprecedented rates due to rising global temperatures. This melting contributes to rising sea levels, which poses risks to coastal environments and human settlements alike. The data collected from these glaciers not only highlight the extent of climate change, but also help predict future scenarios for sea level rise, offering critical information for communities that may be affected. Another area of focus is the migration patterns of wildlife, which are being disrupted by climate change. For example, scientists track the migration of birds, butterflies, and other species, noting shifts in their patterns and timings as these creatures respond to changing temperatures and food availability. Research has shown that some species are migrating earlier in the spring, while others are finding it harder to adapt to the changing climate. This disruption can lead to mismatches in ecosystems, where predators and prey may not be in sync, ultimately affecting entire food webs. Furthermore, scientists employ the use of climate models to predict future impacts on natural wonders. These models, which simulate environmental conditions based on various greenhouse gas emission scenarios, help researchers understand potential outcomes for ecosystems and species. Findings from these models suggest that many natural wonders, like the Amazon rainforest, are at risk of significant changes, which could lead to a decline in biodiversity and alterations in the global carbon cycle. As these forests are crucial for absorbing carbon dioxide, their degradation could exacerbate climate change, creating a feedback loop that further threatens these vital ecosystems. In addition to observing the effects of climate change, scientists also study how natural wonders can adapt to these changes. Some ecosystems may show resilience. The Grand Canyon, with its stunning vistas and immense scale, has long been a source of inspiration, reverence, and storytelling among the indigenous peoples of the region, particularly the Navajo, Hopi, and Havasupai tribes. For these communities, the canyon is not just a geological formation, but a sacred landscape imbued with cultural significance and spiritual meaning. Among the Navajo, for instance, the Grand Canyon is often referred to as the place where the water flows, and it plays a crucial role in their creation stories. These narratives describe how the canyon was formed through the actions of deities and ancestral beings, emphasizing the connection between the natural world and their cultural identity. In Hopi tradition, the canyon is seen as a living entity, a place where the spirits of ancestors dwell, and it is often associated with the emergence of their people from the underworld. The Hopi creation story speaks of a journey through different worlds, with the Grand Canyon symbolizing a passage between realms, and it serves as a reminder of their connection to the earth and the importance of living in harmony with nature. The Havasupai, who live at the bottom of the canyon, have their own rich set of stories and beliefs tied to the land, viewing the waterfalls and the surrounding landscape as sacred and integral to their identity and way of life. These cultural narratives are not merely tales, but they serve to teach lessons about respect for nature, the importance of community, and the interconnectedness of all living things. They often include themes of stewardship, urging future generations to protect and honor the land. Festivals, rituals, and ceremonies are held to celebrate these stories, reinforcing the bonds between the people and the Grand Canyon and ensuring that the wisdom of the past is passed down. As modern society increasingly encroaches on these natural wonders, the voices of indigenous peoples remind us of the need to listen, to learn, and to respect the deep histories and relationships that have been cultivated over centuries. The Grand Canyon, therefore, is not just a visual spectacle. It is a tapestry of stories and beliefs that reflect the profound connection between indigenous cultures and the natural world, where each story, each myth, contributes to a greater understanding of who they are and where they come from. It's a reminder that every rock, every river, and every tree has a story to tell, and that these stories shape the way people view and interact with the environment around them. Yellowstone National Park, famous for its stunning landscapes and diverse wildlife, is also a hotspot for geothermal activity, and this unique aspect of the park contributes significantly to our understanding of geothermal features and processes. The park sits atop a massive volcanic system, which is driven by a mantle plume, a rising column of hot magma from deep within the Earth. This geological setting creates a variety of thermal features, including geysers, hot springs, fumaroles, and mud pots, each showcasing different aspects of geothermal processes. For instance, the iconic Old Faithful geyser erupts at regular intervals, providing scientists with valuable data about the dynamics of geothermal systems. The predictable nature of such eruptions allows researchers to study how heat and pressure build up beneath the Earth's surface, leading to spectacular displays of nature's power. Moreover, the varying temperatures and mineral compositions of Yellowstone's hot springs offer insights into the chemical processes that occur in hydrothermal systems. The vibrant colors of the springs, often seen in shades of blue, green, and orange, result from the presence of thermophilic microorganisms which thrive in extreme conditions. These organisms not only contribute to the park's beauty, but also serve as indicators of the environmental conditions within these geothermal features. By studying the microbial life in these environments, scientists can gain a better understanding of how life can exist in extreme conditions, which has implications for searching for life on other planets, such as Mars or Europa, where similar conditions might exist. Additionally, the geothermal activity in Yellowstone is closely monitored for its potential to cause volcanic eruptions. The park has experienced significant eruptions in the past, shaping the landscape we see today. Researchers use a combination of geological surveys, seismic activity monitoring, and satellite imagery to track changes in the ground which can indicate rising magma or shifting tectonic plates. This monitoring is crucial for understanding the risks associated with living near active volcanic areas. The data collected from Yellowstone helps scientists create models to predict future geothermal and volcanic activity, enhancing our understanding of these powerful geological processes. The thermal features of Yellowstone also play a crucial role in the local ecosystem. The heat from the geothermal activity creates unique habitats that support a variety of species, some of which are found nowhere else on Earth. For example, the warm waters of hot springs are home to specialized microorganisms that are adapted to high temperatures and can survive in extreme conditions. These organisms not only contribute to the biodiversity of the park, but also have potential applications in biotechnology and medicine, as their enzymes are often more. Plastic pollution has become a pressing issue, especially in marine ecosystems, where its effects can be devastating, particularly in regions like the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, which is a massive area in the ocean where plastic waste accumulates. This patch, formed by ocean currents, is not just a floating mass of garbage, but it affects marine life, habitats, and even human health. Marine animals often mistake plastic for food, leading to ingestion, which can cause choking, malnutrition, and even death. For instance, sea turtles, which are known to eat jellyfish, can consume plastic bags, thinking they are their usual prey, causing blockages in their digestive systems and leading to severe health issues. Fish, seabirds, and other wildlife also fall victim to plastic ingestion, which can introduce toxic substances into their bodies, affecting their growth and reproduction. Moreover, the breakdown of larger plastic items into microplastics, tiny particles less than 5 millimeters in size, poses an even greater threat. These microplastics can be consumed by small marine organisms, like plankton, which are at the base of the food chain. When these tiny particles enter the food web, they can accumulate in larger animals, leading to bioaccumulation, where toxins build up in the tissues of organisms, impacting entire ecosystems. The implications are dire, as this not only affects wildlife, but also poses risks to human health through seafood consumption, where toxins can transfer from fish to humans. In addition to the direct harm to marine life, plastic pollution also has indirect effects on ecosystems. Coral reefs, for example, are sensitive to changes in their environment, and the presence of plastic can smother them, leading to decreased light penetration and affecting their growth. Coral reefs provide essential habitat for many marine species, so their decline can have far-reaching consequences for biodiversity. Furthermore, plastics can transport invasive species across oceans, disrupting local ecosystems and leading to a loss of native species. The presence of plastic in the ocean also affects the physical and chemical properties of seawater, as plastics can absorb harmful pollutants from the surrounding water, making them even more toxic when ingested by marine life. The implications of plastic pollution extend to economic impacts as well, with industries such as fishing and tourism suffering from the degradation of marine environments. Cleanup efforts are costly, and the long-term damage to ecosystems can lead to decreased fish populations, affecting livelihoods that depend on healthy oceans. Addressing plastic pollution in marine ecosystems requires a multifaceted approach. The seasonal migrations of whales, which can cover thousands of miles, play a crucial role in maintaining the health of ocean ecosystems. As these magnificent creatures travel between feeding and breeding grounds, often moving from cold, nutrient-rich waters to warmer regions. During their migrations, whales engage in a behavior known as nutrient cycling, which involves the movement of nutrients from deep ocean waters to the surface, as well as from one region to another. When whales feed, they consume large quantities of small fish and krill, and when they excrete waste, they release essential nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus back into the water, enriching the surrounding ecosystem, which can stimulate the growth of phytoplankton, the foundation of the marine food web. Phytoplankton, in turn, plays a significant role in carbon sequestration, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and contributing to the regulation of global climate. As whales migrate, their large bodies also help with the movement of cold and warm water layers, which can affect local ocean currents, further influencing nutrient distribution and availability for various marine species. Moreover, whales, by their sheer size and presence, can impact the behavior of smaller marine animals, facilitating a balance in the ecosystem that allows for diverse species to thrive. Additionally, whale migrations can support the health of other marine creatures, as their movements often coincide with the spawning of fish and other species that rely on specific environmental conditions to reproduce. The presence of migratory whales can attract predators and other organisms, which creates a dynamic and interconnected web of life in the ocean. Furthermore, when whales travel in pods, they can enhance social interactions among marine life, leading to a more robust and resilient marine community. As whales return to their feeding grounds after breeding, they can help to create a healthier habitat for many other marine organisms, as their feeding habits can help control prey populations, ensuring that no single species dominates the ecosystem. This balance is vital, as it promotes biodiversity, which is essential for a resilient ocean environment. The seasonal migrations of whales, therefore, are not just a remarkable natural phenomenon, but a critical aspect of ocean health, influencing everything from nutrient levels to the behavior of other marine species, and ultimately ensuring that marine ecosystems remain vibrant and productive. The Badlands of South Dakota, a stunning landscape of rugged beauty, are home to some truly unique geological formations that attract visitors from all over. These formations, with their vibrant colors and striking shapes, tell a story of millions of years of natural history. The landscape is primarily composed of sedimentary rock, which has been shaped by erosion, volcanic activity, and the relentless forces of wind and water. One of the standout features of the Badlands is the sharp ridges and deep canyons, which have been carved out by ancient rivers that once flowed through this area, leaving behind intricate patterns and formations as they eroded the softer layers of rock. The layers of rock are often vividly colored, displaying hues of red, yellow, and gray, a result of the minerals present in the sediments and the way they have been oxidized over time. This striking palette adds to the surreal beauty of the landscape. Another fascinating aspect of the Badlands is the presence of buttes and pinnacles, which rise dramatically from the surrounding plains. These formations are created by a combination of erosion and sediment deposition, where harder rock layers resist erosion better than the softer layers beneath them, creating these towering structures that seem to pierce the sky. Additionally, the Badlands are known for their hoodoos, which are tall, thin spires of rock that have formed from the relentless erosion of softer materials, capped by harder rocks that protect the softer layers below. These whimsical shapes often resemble figures or creatures, and they add an element of wonder to the landscape, enticing visitors to explore their unique forms. The climate of the Badlands also plays a role in the formation of these geological wonders. With its hot summers and cold winters, The freeze-thaw cycles cause the rock to crack and break apart, further contributing to the erosion process and revealing new layers of sediment. Fossils found in the area provide a glimpse into the past, showcasing a time when this landscape was vastly different, inhabited by dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures. The rich fossil beds are a testament to the dynamic history of the region. The Badlands, with their unique geological formations and intriguing history, offer a captivating experience for anyone interested in nature, geology, or simply the beauty of the natural world. Each visit reveals something new, as the landscape continues to evolve, shaped by the forces of nature in an ongoing process that has been occurring for millions of years. Ecosystems in high-altitude regions, like the Andes, have developed remarkable adaptations to thrive in harsh environmental conditions, which include low temperatures, intense sunlight, and limited oxygen levels. One of the most striking features of these ecosystems is the diversity of plant life, which has adapted to survive in rocky, nutrient-poor soils. Many plants in the Andes, such as the resilient cushion plants, have evolved thick, fleshy leaves that help them store water, while their low-growing habit protects them from strong winds and extreme cold. These plants often have a short growing season, which is a response to the brief periods of warmth that occur during the day, allowing them to maximize their growth during the limited time when conditions are more favorable. The animals in these high-altitude ecosystems have also adapted in fascinating ways. For example, the Andean condor, one of the largest flying birds in the world, has developed a massive wingspan that allows it to glide on the thermals, or rising columns of warm air found in the mountains, conserving energy as it searches for food. Other species, like the vicuña, have thick fur that insulates them against the cold, while their long legs are perfectly suited for navigating the rocky terrain. These adaptations not only help them survive, but also allow them to exploit the specific resources available in their challenging environment. Microorganisms, too, play a vital role in these ecosystems as they break down organic matter, recycling nutrients in the thin, cold soils. Some bacteria and fungi are specially adapted to thrive in high-altitude conditions, allowing them to help plants grow in nutrient-deficient environments. The interactions between these microorganisms and plants are crucial for maintaining the health of the ecosystem. The harsh weather patterns in the Andes, including sudden storms and extreme temperature fluctuations, have led to adaptations in both flora and fauna. Many plants, for instance, have developed thick, waxy coatings on their leaves to reduce water loss, while some have evolved to flower quickly in response to brief periods of warmth, ensuring their reproduction before conditions become unfavorable again. Animals, such as the Andean fox, have developed a varied diet, allowing them to take advantage of whatever food sources are available, which can change rapidly with the seasons. Interestingly, high-altitude ecosystems also face unique challenges due to climate change, which can alter weather patterns and affect the delicate balance of these habitats. As temperatures rise, species that are already at their limit may struggle to survive, leading to shifts in. The kelp forests of the Pacific Ocean are incredibly rich ecosystems, teeming with life, and they hold great significance for both the environment and human beings. These underwater forests, primarily composed of giant kelp, provide a habitat for a vast array of marine species, including fish, invertebrates, sea otters, and a variety of other organisms. The biodiversity found in these kelp forests is not just about the number of species, It's about the complex interactions among them which create a vibrant and dynamic ecosystem. The structure of the kelp itself offers shelter and food for many creatures. For instance, smaller fish and invertebrates can find refuge from predators among the fronds of the kelp, while larger species, such as sea lions and sharks, patrol the outskirts of these underwater jungles, creating a balanced food web. Additionally, kelp forests play a crucial role in nutrient cycling as they absorb excess carbon dioxide, helping to mitigate climate change, which has become a pressing global issue. These forests are also vital for coastal communities. Not only do they support fisheries, but they also contribute to tourism and recreation, drawing divers and nature enthusiasts from around the world. The economic benefits of kelp forests extend beyond just fishing. They provide raw materials for various industries, including food, cosmetics, and even biofuels, showcasing their versatility and importance. Furthermore, the kelp forests serve as indicators of ocean health. Changes in their biodiversity can signal shifts in environmental conditions, such as water temperature, pollution levels, and overfishing, which can have cascading effects on marine life. Protecting these ecosystems, therefore, is essential not only for the species that inhabit them, but also for the overall health of the ocean, which is interconnected with the planet's climate and human livelihoods. The significance of biodiversity in these kelp forests cannot be overstated, as it contributes to resilience against environmental changes, supports a myriad of life forms, and enhances the beauty and functionality of our marine ecosystems. Natural disasters, such as tsunamis and earthquakes, have an incredible ability to reshape our landscapes, often in breathtaking ways, and the aftermath can lead to the creation of new natural wonders that fascinate and inspire. When an earthquake strikes, it can cause the ground to shift dramatically, leading to the formation of new valleys, cliffs, and even mountains. This tectonic activity, which is the movement of the Earth's plates, can create fault lines that become permanent features on the landscape, altering the way rivers flow, or even causing them to disappear altogether. In some cases, this sudden change can lead to the emergence of new landforms, like hills or ridges that weren't there before, showcasing the Earth's dynamic nature. On the other hand, tsunamis, which are giant waves caused by underwater earthquakes or volcanic eruptions, can radically transform coastal regions. When a tsunami strikes, it can inundate land with immense water, reshaping shorelines, erasing beaches, and sometimes creating new lagoons or estuaries as the water recedes. The force of the water can carve out new channels in the landscape, leading to the formation of unique geological features such as sandbars and tidal pools, which can become new ecosystems for various plants and animals. In some areas, these events can also lead to the creation of coral reefs, as the conditions for coral growth are altered by the changes in water depth and sediment distribution. Furthermore, the aftermath of these disasters can also promote the growth of new vegetation, as areas once barren or dominated by certain species may experience a dramatic shift, allowing for a diverse range of plants to take root. This regeneration of plant life can create new habitats for wildlife, fostering a rich biodiversity that often attracts researchers and nature enthusiasts alike. The new landscapes formed from these disasters can become places of beauty, with stunning cliffs, vibrant coral reefs, and lush forests, drawing people to explore and appreciate the power of nature. Interestingly, these newly formed natural wonders can also serve as reminders of the Earth's unpredictable nature, illustrating the delicate balance between destruction and creation in our environment. As landscapes are redefined, they can also influence local cultures, as communities adapt to their new surroundings, often finding ways to live in harmony with the altered land. The stories of resilience and adaptation in the face of natural disasters can enhance our understanding of nature, inspiring a deeper appreciation for the ever-changing world around us and encouraging us to respect the power of natural forces that shape the beauty in areas like the Amazon rainforest and the Coral Triangle, which are home to some of the most diverse ecosystems on our planet. Numerous conservation efforts are underway to protect and preserve their unique environments. In the Amazon, initiatives such as the establishment of protected areas, which include national parks and reserves, play a crucial role in safeguarding vast stretches of forest, helping to preserve the biodiversity that thrives within. These protected areas not only aim to prevent deforestation and illegal logging, but also support indigenous communities who often rely on the forest for their livelihoods by promoting sustainable practices that benefit both the people and the environment. Additionally, there are international partnerships involving organizations like the World Wildlife Fund and local governments, which focus on reforestation projects aiming to restore degraded areas and enhance connectivity between fragments of forest, allowing wildlife to thrive. In the Coral Triangle, which spans several countries in Southeast Asia, conservation efforts have taken on a different form, focusing on marine protection. Many countries have established marine protected areas which restrict certain activities like fishing or mining to allow ecosystems to recover and flourish. For instance, the Coral Triangle Initiative is a collaboration among 6 countries aiming to maintain the coral reefs, mangroves, and other critical habitats, while also addressing challenges such as overfishing and climate change. Local communities are often engaged in these efforts, with programs that promote sustainable fishing practices, helping to ensure that fish populations remain healthy and ecosystems can regenerate. Education plays a vital role here, as raising awareness about the importance of marine conservation encourages local populations to participate actively in protecting their natural resources. Research and monitoring are also key components of conservation efforts in both regions, as scientists work to understand the impacts of climate change, habitat loss, and other threats. They collect data on species populations, health of ecosystems, and the effectiveness of conservation strategies, allowing for adaptive management that can respond to changing conditions. For instance, in the Amazon, studies on the effects of deforestation and climate change inform policy decisions, while in the Coral Triangle, ongoing research helps to identify critical habitats that require immediate protection. Furthermore, international agreements like the Convention on Biological Diversity encourage countries to commit to protecting biodiversity, setting targets for conservation efforts that align with global goals. Community-based conservation is another powerful approach being utilized, where local people are empowered to take charge of the stewardship of their own ecosystems. This can involve establishing community-managed areas where resources are used sustainably, fostering a sense of ownership and responsibility towards the environment by